Seconds, and the bomb is in the middle of mid, so it's a question of damage, and the question has been erased by the markers of Flash, surviving with 3 players. They look comfortable for the time being, but again, I think some interesting things, especially from a coach perspective, is like you've seen some colossal problems at the beginning of this map for Envy, but you can still find positives in the sense that the beginning of the match, beginning of the map, these are the best times for them to make these mistakes. If they make these mistakes towards the end of the map, maybe they're fatal, but there's time for them to say, okay, this is the problem we had here. Let's try to avoid this in the future. It's only 3-3. We got rounds. Let's do this. See, Kishima has, I think he had paws on his gloves. And maybe he has a dog. I don't know. Can't see now. He's holding the AK. That was interesting. Summer on the AWP, the one sniper rifle in the game at the moment. You can see he's kept space open to look towards Boiler as well, because his teammates towards Short are slightly further back. So he's got 2 jobs to deal with for the time being.
And it's looking like they want to commit into the A site, really. There's no presence towards Banana. They've been denied by the smoke, and they're deciding not to challenge it. And finally, VG will cheat a player away from B to A, and that is a beautiful preemptive peek coming in from Hadji. Peeks like that maybe really taking Envious straight into this bomb site here, because that's going to queue up the push. They're going to do a double man drop into the pit position. Sprays will be exchanged, and it looks like it's going to go quite well for Envious there. Very nice frag through the smoke from Scream, and that's going to tip things in a very Envious favored direction here.
The bomb is in the pit. I think Scream may have thought it was on the balcony with the radar.
And it looks
that's
like
given Flash more
quite
time
well
for
for
Lovely to
Envious
get
there.
into
Very nice frag through the smoke from Scream, and that's
choosing. Now he's chosen the arch position. From this angle, he has to assume that someone is going to be in the pit position, which means that he is very likely to get insta-traded. He's going to pick up the AWP, and he quickly gets out of there. From this position, if somebody were to chase him, he could take a shot and then continue to fall back. Notice how now he's in a safe position. He's walking away. He's not running away. A common mistake for people at home might make is to run away there. But if he's heard by these players, they'll just hunt him immediately. So if he quietly backs off, he could still be scoped in that position, and that would be dangerous for Envy. They don't have much money themselves, so they may not want to invest him if they can avoid chase him, and potentially lose weapons if they can avoid it. So there we go. Flash holds on to the sniper rifle, and his team, let's see, Lovey can buy, Attacker can buy. And we'll find out if they do. Yeah, they are going to buy around this AWP. I've got my laptop in front of me, so. Orb back onto Summer. What kind of spawn does he have? Doesn't have the best spawn in the world.
So, Envious, they have just to not make any crazy mistakes, and they're in a spot where they can break the money, get the get those ecos in, or those anti-ecos in, and be off once again. But Summer peeking down middle, delayed timing.
I did wonder if this was coming. If he estimates that they won't have a sniper rifle, it's a lot safer than it normally is. 2 CTs hunting over the smoke. How are they going to re-smoke this position? Shoking has gone back to re-smoke it, I think. No, it's a flashbang actually for Lovey to have a look. So Lovey and Shoking. Shoking does have the smoke grenade in the hole. He might not have the position to deploy it. Lovey throws the flash, but the T's are ahead of it already, and Lovey and Shoking get taken out. Maybe a bit greedy not deploying that second smoke grenade, and now they've conceded the site, and this is surely a safe situation.
Indeed, they will make their way backwards, get that save going for themselves, and oh, hello. XMS able to take down Attacker. That's actually a really big win for Envious. It's not likely they'll find any other kills here. Summer is going a little bit aggressive though, so maybe that could be a possibility. Sixer will be moving forwards on the hunt, knowing that the players are in proximity to him. Freeman looking for headshot angles there. By the boiler position, XMS creeps further and further forwards. Summer waiting with the AWP. Will XMS be able to find the frag? No, Summer ready, and they're waiting. So again, keeping these guns alive, really important. Freeman holding onto the AK as well, so Nice little upgrade for him. And they will be good to go. Ooh, ooh, oh, hello, and goodbye AWP. That is a gorgeous frag from Hadji right at the end. What a great read of the positioning. Right around the corner.
Nice.
Denied. Absolutely denied. That goes a really long way as well. Like an AK and an AWP in the right place. That is a very scary reality. So Envious are going to make their lives much easier now because of that. Hadji needs a pat on the back for that one. We do have a timeout at the moment. So tactical from VG Gaming. VG Gaming and Flash. VG and Flash. There's a merger, James. Did a merger.
Transformers have come together to make a mega sword. Do they have the sword, though, to slice through the likes of Envy? That is the question. Sixer on the Mac-10. He smells weakness. He'll seek it out. He wants to make some cash. Freeman with all the grenades and the AK-47, the only rifle, the only primary weapon in this round to Flash. All 5 plays of Envy towards B. Looking to use the numbers game and break these plays. Sixer advancing through the Molotov. Smoke is down, gets the kill regardless. Lovely on the boost position. Only with the USP though. The AK is still in the field for VG.
Amongst other streaming services.
And now it's time to think about saving. So Freeman is in CT spawn. I think he needs to back off. It's not quite an AWP. And yeah, he will start to run for it. Again, he wants to use Attacker as a human shield and hold on to his AK-47. We're looking at round number 6 for NV. So again, maybe we won't see any more horrors for them here on Inferno, and if that's the case, then indeed it is better that they had those at the start rather than at the end.
Yeah, they have some good basics going on at the moment, and hopefully for them, they can continue in that fashion. I think one thing for Envious is that the lineup has been through so much, and the players have been through so much when it comes to just
Mostly,
struggling with having a dynamic that works, struggling with a general negative temperament in the team. Like that's how it really looks from the outside. We've seen all the tweets from the various players of Envious who are so disappointed in sort of their playing in the recent months and before that even perhaps. And so I think this is definitely you're missing RPK, missing the Phyllis leader Happy.
Where are they though?
It's a time to shine.
Because you see like Apex and NBK like we're looking for offers, open to options and stuff. It's just like, well, if they want to join some other team, then where are Happy and RPK? What is going on with them? Who?
I don't know. Well, I mean NBK. From what he said, previously, it sounds like he wants to try life on an international lineup for a little bit. So he wants to exit the French scene for the moment. I think he also said that he wants to return eventually, but right now wants to try the international team. That is all I know, James. I know nothing else. It's all the things I know.
Would have been cool to see RPK playing for Mouth Force this weekend.
Oh yeah, that would have been
Although
great.
nothing's cool as well, but just imagine RPK, that would be mad. 6-3, 1 minute on the clock. Again, Envy with a big focus towards the B bomb site, and I do wonder if we are going to develop into a position where they just hit B every round until VG show them that they can do something about it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting if it works this time because there's 3 players here ready to defend instead of just 2. And that's because Envious haven't really applied much pressure on the map in this round. They've been really passive, just waiting around. Going to run in. Counter grenades will be raining in for the CTs, but can they hit the shots? The spray is wild from Lovey. It's a slow 2 frags, but a 2 frags regardless. One of the players goes down, but there's still 2 left. Great flick from Sixer. Deals the damage to take down 2. The bomb site's clear. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. No smokes for cover. Got to get that plant going in by Coffins. He'll get the plant going indeed. The bomb has been set. And Sixer goes straight to the corner, the back corner, the dark corner of the site. Emo, as some call it. And the AWP is very strong in this position. It's critical that VG are able to attack this together for the trade. Sixer looks for the clutch, whiffs the shot through the fountain. May get another opportunity here. His health is not too great at the moment as he looks for the next engagement. Switching to the pistol, I have no idea what exactly that was. Attacker with a able to attack a helpless opponent.
Yeah, no nades, nothing. Superior angle. You saw some concern about jumping onto barrels, but
He panics, man.
switching
he panics.
to the pistol, yeah, I think there was some panic there. I mean, you can just unscope pretty quickly with the right click. It's not like they don't know where you are, which is a shame for Envy, but it's great for VG. They had 3 people over towards the B bomb site to start with, and they managed to at least finish things off. Now, from a monetary perspective, things are not fantastic for the CT side. They will be under pressure now, but it is their round to win as much as it is Envy's. An AWP onto both sides. Scream making some fast plays, and you would think he would catch Summer off guard, but no. Summer delivers a kill, and he has not been touched. That's a bit rare for Scream, but there we go.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the XMS situation there. He did so well to get himself in that position, and falling at the last hurdle.
Sixer, you mean?
Sixer, sorry, yes, sorry, Sixer. Yeah, but that's kind of Sixer, you know, like it. I think one of the reasons why we saw him leaving the team. I think they got Kiyashima in. Was the fact that you generally saw more panicked performances when it came to the big stage. Online could be quite good, but the inconsistency, I think, for an AWP player is hard to deal with on the professional circuit. That is an unfortunate miss from Summer. He'll be able to remedy the situation. Hadji really wanted at him. And, well, he'll get what he deserved, perhaps. Summer will take him down with ease. Kiyashima now turns his attention, but he's just moving straight into the AWP. There's a smoke down. There's a pretty big gap. I mean, you'd be surprised that the gap was not called by Hadji. Because it looked as though Kiyashima ran in unsuspecting of that gap in the smoke, and Summer takes full advantage. They are just feeding him at the moment. He's on for the ace. He'll get taken down through the wall by Sixer. Unceremonious defeat. Now Sixer's got to go for the clutch again. He's got a player right below him, right to the right. There's flashes all over the place. He's going to have to be absolutely perfect. 2 whiff shots. I don't think he's going to be able to make it happen now. And indeed, he'll go down. Attacker makes his way forwards. And Sixer will experience the butt of his rifle. But yeah, this was a very uninspired round. And I think we saw some lack of communication here. Kiyashima should not be running, like... Hadji knew that there was a gap in the smoke, which is why I think that he pushed, because he saw the gap, the shot was whiffed, and he's like, well, I can push now, and that's fair enough. But then Kiyashima obviously clearly didn't see that, have that information. There was a gap in the smoke there.
Yeah, and he had the bomb as well, which compounded the issues and took the choice away from the remainder of Envy after losing the bomb exposed to the AWP. There were some grenades on the remainder of the players, but I mean, sometimes you will prioritize time and position, because obviously if they wait for grenades, then CTs may be rotating, who knows. And that's if there was a flashbang. Hadji making plays out of the balcony, but that one was easy for Freeman to deal with. Quick 5 versus 4 in favor of VG. Again, all of Envy, they're not trying to overcomplicate things with too many fakes. The whole team is here deploying the grenades. There is an exchange on the site itself. Shirking coming in, though, with a fast 2K. Make it a 3K, running out of bullets. There's nothing left for the last man. Now, Lovey's coming in towards the library position. Kiyashima is spotted, making his way over towards the pit. One would assume that Kiyashima sees Lovey as well. But now he has the advantage of the pit. Lovey seems unsure as to where he might have gone, though. But you did see him run towards the left, but... there we go. It is the graveyard position. Great performance, though, from Shoking after losing the site in such a fashion. I was going to say, you're not really seeing the timing of players coming out of the balcony with flashbangs and so on. That's not too hard to time with a person top mid from the likes of Envy. They've got 7 rounds, though, so they're doing reasonably well. And they've broken the money of Flash. You see the money being spent. This is a force buy for the CT side. Lovey with a Mag 7. And 4 CZ-75s, limited smoke grenades. They do need to buy themselves some time here. They've gone for, a lot of them, well, 2 of them have gone for full armor as well. They've got helmets, Attacker and Freeman. And I would have liked to have seen a more inspired play with some smoke grenades, because I don't think either of them had a smoke. But they both could have collected one. and done the kind of thing that you see Astralis do on an eco. Envy lost 2 players now. Heiji and Kiyoshima have been dropped. And perhaps there is a weapon to be collected by these Flash players.
Attacker seemed a bit greedy going for the extra frag there. I wonder if that's going to end up punishing his team. Ooh, Shoking goes straight for the smoke with the CZ. And it seems as though the numbers will just be good to go. Those CZs with the fast movement speed allows the players to dynamically get themselves very quickly into the action. Now Six is alone again. He's alone in a cold world.
I wonder at this point, I mean, if he picks up the AK, he can see his position, which is probably why he's still got the AWP, because 1 versus 3 with a sniper, pushing a site, going to be a problem. Can gamble, rotate, and hope you can get into B, but 30 seconds, he needs to speed up somewhat. He's got a P250. If someone's on the B bomb site, by the time he gets there, he won't have time to clear the site and plant the bomb. So 20 seconds, if he is going to do it, you can see he doesn't really have time to be doing this, because if someone, well, where Lovey is now, as soon as he tries to plant the bomb, there's like no way the bomb is going down. Well, he's got a bomb down, but again, it's one of those weird situations, and a lot of people will do that where they spend all the time clearing the site, and then they try and plant, and it's just, with that time on the clock versus 3 players, there should be at least 1 person next to the B bomb site. So if you don't find him, I don't know. I mean, it's not a perfect situation, but I think that you have to. It's
like any clutch situation. You have to just decide. You just have to take a gamble and just commit to that 100%. And if you're trying to commit to a play where you can win the rounds, as you say, like you just have to gamble that they're not going to be close. And if they are, then you can somehow react. Because as you say, like if you can't account for every option, you just don't have the time. You have to take a gamble.
Like one of those points is, be it clearing the B site, clearing construction, clearing CT. One of those things has to be skipped. Otherwise, when it comes to planting the bomb, you are going to be very, very exposed at the very least. And maybe you have to accept that. But especially in that time situation, there has to be someone there to stop you. Envy now on the pistols, and we have 2 rounds left in the first half. I do wonder who is at the advantage here, but we don't know what kind of T side we're going to see from Flash, and in this particular situation, perhaps the CT side will be kinder to Envy than the T side, excuse me.
Can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this. Pistols make their way up to top mid. There's a party awaiting. Party of bullets. There's some bullets. You have some bullets, and you have some bullets. This is incredible commentary. Now, they've managed to gain some forward positions, Envious, with the pistols, but now they need to continue forwards, and to do so, they have to continue fragging. 2 more players to go. Is Attacker is playing very defensively on the site with his buddy Freeman, and Hadji will make his way around. So positionally speaking, Envious are not looking too shabby. Now, it's interesting. I like that we're seeing Vici Flash just chilling. They're just chilling at the moment, not going pretty crazy rotations, but now the rotation has to start, and it is. Attacker's alone. He's got to somehow do this by himself. Oh, that's looking good so far. He is holding them at bay for a time. There's a lot of delay there. The rotation will be coming in. They can't stop the bomb from going down, but Attacker did buy them some time successfully. Shoking in from quad. Lovey in from library side. It's going to be very tough to deal with. In goes the deep flash onto the pit position. That's a great Molotov, and that will create a situation where Hadji will be fragged, but unfortunately Shoking was lost in the process. 6 bullets to go, and he wasn't able to be fired as Scream finishes the round off for Envious. There's 8 now for Envious, and they look pretty good for 9, considering that the money is all but gone for VG Flash. We've got the full AKs in tow there for the Envious side as well. So a lot of interesting and close rounds here from both sides. Again, I did like how, because there's many ways you can play it, but I like how we saw Vici just holding to a bomb site, and because we saw Envious hold the pace. They stopped, they pressed the hold position button, and they decided that they would, wait for a response, maybe try to bait a rotation, but VG didn't give it to them, and they had a really good opportunity on the defense. But into the next round, we'll see the ill-equipped VG fighting for banana control, vying as desperately as they can for it. But you can see the utility advantage is going to be fatal for the VG players on B, and they're going to start rotating players to B, and Envious have not really made a call as to where they're going just yet.
Attacker, last man to drop on the A site, and the last two players are gambling. Freeman makes his way towards B, and they realize, oh, maybe it's A, and now they're going to go one per site. I think you've got to gamble. Ooh, someone's picked up an AWP actually, so that's interesting. But Freeman is still on a P250, so he needs to find something. And now you wonder what the best options are. There's often not just one way to play things, but Freeman alone towards the A site with a P250 versus 5 Ts. I don't know if there's value in playing together. But he's got the information, and now someone's moving down to the bottom of mid, trying to make a play through the smoke, but there are so many players alive that there's no need to leave any gap here for Envy. Now they know where Summer is coming from with the AWP. They'll drop a flash in mid and just make life harder for him. Player towards the balcony, keeping him honest, and it will be a double peak at very least, with Hadji making a play through the smoke, and that will be that. 9 rounds for Envy, 6 for VG Flash Gaming.
Yeah, I'm really curious how VG's T side will be, because I mean this is always been a map where the Chinese teams have felt comfortable. Inferno is just one of those maps where you should sort of expect that everybody can play it, and it's almost kind of remiss if a team is not able to do just the basics, to a good degree on this map. And it's not just because it's Inferno and it's because it's been in the map pool forever and so on, and so much data on it. It's never really left the map pool. It's because the basics are pretty easy on the T side. Like the CTs, it's difficult for them to get information. That's why Banana is so important. And now the CTs have struggled even holding onto the apartments as well since the changes. So we'll see a great start from the Chinese team as they make their way forwards. We've got a 5v3 situation. The French are in trouble.
Scream making his way over towards the B bomb site where Kirishima lies in wait. 3 versus 5. This can easily go back in favor of Envy. Such is the nature of a pistol round. Summer, though, has got 2 flashbangs and a smoke grenade. He's looking for a flank on Banana, while Freeman is having a look towards A. I think he will emerge through the apps. Now, in this situation, VG can wait for Freeman to have a look towards A to see if anybody's there, but he hasn't really committed. He went to the balcony, but didn't really look at it properly, so they will move into where there are 2 people rather than the one on the B bomb site. 6 is being picked off by Freeman, who's now going for a late flank, leaving Kirishima alone in construction. 4 versus 1, pretty good spot to be in. Kirishima maybe not expectant of the flank, but Freeman has made his way all the way through, and as a last man, he's pushing construction on his zone. Trade will come in eventually, and that is the round for VG.
Sometimes the USP just does not agree with you. Sometimes it doesn't agree. So the force spy from Envious. Let's see it. Let's see the CZs. There we go. Yes. Yes, there we go. 3 CZs, 6 CZ, but no Kevlar. Everyone else, though, with the Kevlar. All 6 are actually purchased a smoke grenade, actually, last second. Left with $750 in the bank. Obviously, he's the guy that will be purchasing the orb first for Envious, so he's going to try to hold on to some money. And
he'll be AWP, no Kevlar.
Yeah.
On train, that could prove dangerous.
On train?
On Inferno, sorry, what am I thinking about? I guess he can play passive Arch or Library. If he goes top mid or Banana, there's a fair chance he gets blown to pieces.
Yes. Well, we'll see about that. Playing really passively, VG. I do wonder how susceptible they'll be to being smoked off. We'll see if they play too scared. It seems all too common that can be the case, that the team will just be too afraid to make a move. And this is one of the ways you can open stuff up, because whenever someone has a Mach 10, they are just not fearless. They are fearless. Mach 10 equals fearlessness. That's what it is.
With their positions in top mid, I would like to see them drop the jump, throw smoke to smoke off the library position, which would allow them to choose to wrap, but they're choosing to quietly move in. This is actually something that iBuyPower used to do back in the day, and some other American teams. They'll just put loads of people through the arch position and just walk on an anti-eco or anti-force buy, essentially in this fashion, which works out quite well for them. So that's pretty cool as well. They played patience. They contained with a player on Banana, who also got a kill. So, yeah, some vintage Western strats coming out from VG Flash.
Yeah, and some of the advantages to walking arch as well is that if you're hiding with the CZ, like if you clear top mid and there's still CTs towards A, it's probably pretty likely that they're going to be playing in the site itself and graveyard or the pit position. And if you think of the two spots you're going to attack that from, which would you rather attack from? Would you rather attack from quad or porch or whatever your call is for it, or would you want to attack from arch? But the arch is way stronger, because if they're in the site, they're completely exposed. If they're in the graveyard position, you have so much area for your teammates to help peek with you that you can take them down. And the same with the pit position. Everything becomes way easier. It's why pushes through quad alone rarely are ever successful, because the positions for the CTs are so incredibly strong with no flank around the arch side to support it. So 8-9 is the score for VG Gaming at the moment. They are climbing back, and another pistol round for EnVyUs, which means that they will likely equalize. And we are going to have a close game.
Kiyoshima with his Deagle and his Zama from the previous round. He didn't opt to try and risk the Mach 10. Chose to prioritize what he was already carrying. One flash to rule them all. He may get one player spotting mid before he throws that flash to make sure one person is caught. Very slow starts from VG, not wanting to make a mistake. And again, Lovey is harassing towards the B bomb site. Hasn't seen anybody just yet, but he can't. He has to be careful about going too fast. One player spotted, two players spotted. Shokin comes out of the boiler position to support his teammate. In the meantime, Lovey still asking questions towards the B bomb site, and he has attracted the last fly to be swatted in Kiyoshima. Final bullet will yield him a kill. Now, do they hunt for him? VG. He has a Mach 10, and they have AKs to lose. They'll be finished off in the AK for him.
That was brave from Freeman. He has 8 HP. If Kiyoshima is just holding an angle but the car, he's just dying there. That was very brave. That's 9-9 is the score.
Sixer hasn't bought yet. There we go. Not sure if he was contemplating or just a late buyer, but there it is. He's naked, and he has the AWP.
No Kev.
So where's he going to go? He is going to peek top mid. Cheeky boy. But the flashbang will force him away. Back to that passive arch position, which is more expected. Screen playing next to the boiler position for the time being, and the smoke has been deployed in top mid.
So this is kind of this could be a really big problem for EnVyUs, because they've burned a lot of their utility straight away. This is a round where they couldn't start it with much utility. I hope that VG recognizes this and just retakes Banana for basically for free, because that's what they can do. They can take it for free. They can create presence there, and that creates a really horrible position for EnVyUs, because EnVyUs threw a lot of utility and then just completely abandoned the position. So I honestly don't know if that's the best way to handle this, because that doesn't do anything for you. And it does allow VG just to go back there in the mid round and have loads of time to clear it. So it's and now they're just sitting in the B bomb site with 0 information, and EnVyUs sitting in the A site now with 0 information. Right now, in this round, VG can do whatever the hell they want, and EnVyUs will have no idea. That said, EnVyUs are realizing that information is a problem. It looks like they're going to try to get some info on top mid by quad, but will that be fast enough to stop or understand how to stop this B push?
Yeah, Sixer has moved into position looking top mid. Then you see the rotation accordingly, but will it come in fast enough? XMS falling to the low side and lighting up Scream. Scream stole one as well. And Scream
VG
continues
can
to
do whatever
frag,
hell they
leaving
want,
Attacker
and Envious will have
alone.
no idea.
Well, those
That
all through
said,
smoke.
Envious are
Scream
realizing
charging
that
through now.
looks like they're going to
Takes
try to
him
get
out,
some
leaves
info on
Attacker on the
top mid
coffins.
by quad.
3
Will
players
that be-
surviving, and now Sixer can buy some armor with his AWP.
I think Envious are pretty fortunate there. I like that they went for the info play at the timing that they did. That was really good. They got the rotation started in a decent timing, so that was important. But at the same time, I think they were definitely fortunate that. Yeah, look at that perfect spray. He just gets 2 free kills through the smoke. That is pretty brutal. You don't see that happen so easily like that usually. So very fortunate round, honestly, for Envious. I think VG played it pretty decently. They could definitely have left a lurker around the A side of the map. I think that would have been a nice adjustment. But we'll see the pressure on Banana once again. This time Envious have more utility to do this with, so they can actually hold on to this position if they want to.
That is quite the push from XMS with the MP9. But there's no fast aggression here from VG. And I wonder if that will be telling of the half that we may see from VG here. They have to make sure they mix it up and are not so predictable. Banana secured by Envy now, but look at the numbers of Flash. Now Envy, you won't expect an early flank here in mid because you never know what's around the corner. And VG will play on that and have the whole team coming towards this A side, but Scream is delivering once again. There's a 3rd kill for him. Time to reload as well. And if they want to punish, they've got to push through that smoke on the balcony or someone coming in from the back from the arch position. And now Attacker can play the slow lurk on the balcony, but not too slow because you've got that rotation coming in into apartments now from one of the B players in this 3 versus 2.
Oh man, the Molotov being thrown too early there. That's a big problem because had that Molotov actually landed, then they can try to push and get that 1v1, create a 2v2, get some good positioning. That said, that could work also. Going back around the apartments, finding another kill, but Hadji still defending from the pit position. And it seems as though that will end up being too strong. And indeed, great effort by Scream. Just, the perfect timing from Scream on the smoke, first of all. And you can see that, he's got some easy, some good fragging situations. I don't want to call it easy because, yes, they're running and you can catch them. But it's all about the speed at which you are able to kill them and then how quickly you can transfer to the next players. And he was able to get 3. So that was a really good effort. And that will, considering that Envious only survived with 1 player in the end, you would actually... I think VG did well after that point to have a chance at even winning the rounds. And they're going to be stuck on a pretty poor buy now.
Last round of the first half.
Oh no.
What am I talking about? I'm in cuckoo land at the moment. Pistol round. It's not a pistol round either. What am I saying, Dan? I don't know what's going on. There are some pistols. That's what I'm trying to say here for Flash. It's not an ideal buy. But they have a man advantage. They've picked off 2 players early. Sixer and Scream, top mid, leaving Hadji alone towards the B-bomb site. They are entrusting him while that smoke is up. Sixer throwing a pop flash towards mid for Scream to peek. They see nothing there, and that's enough for Sixers to start rotating. He's rotating on Speedway, though, and Freeman is really in the corner of the sandbags, which means that he can hear Sixers' rotation, and because of that, the T's are starting to move. That is solely because Sixer went through Speedway instead of round the back way of CT, the long way. There's a reason people choose that route, and he has forced the rotation, but now he's gone back, so unbeknownst to him, he's caused the rotation to where they are now going to have 2 of their 3 players, but will it be enough? Is Freeman going to make a play on B in the meantime? He's still standing in the corner while VG Flash move up short.
Yeah. Oh, Sixer does manage to catch one, but Scream goes down straight away. The bomb is down as well. How much time can be bought by Sixer as Kiyoshima deals with the lone player towards the B bomb site, creating a 2v2 retake. Lovey's on 1 HP. Sixer with the AWP, though. Well, no matter. I did wonder if Sixer tried to actually bait them with that run through Speedway, because he then started walking back through Speedway straight away. Oh my God, Hadji just suicided. He just crated, I think.
Lovey,
I think he tried to,
Lovey.
Oh, Lovey, sorry. I think he just tried to jump into the pit, and now Attacker's going to go down.
Oh, not like this.
He must have tried to jump into the pit or something. How can you even
I've
crater?
got to see a replay of that.
How do you even it can only have been jumping into the pit, right?
I'm not sure who's more
From
awake
balcony.
if it's me or Lovey.
Yeah, look, there's his
at
body.
this point.
He tried. Oh my God. I think he tried to shoot the bench like you missed it, mate. Oh man.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you guys are watching on the radar, then you will have definitely learned an important lesson there. about your rotations towards the B bomb site. I mean, if there's an execute coming in, obviously you go as fast as you can. But if not, if you think there's time, then you have to go around the long way, because if somebody is in that corner behind the sandbags, they hear people running on Speedway, and that did cause the rotation. So I think VG Flash were unlucky in that respect. But also, there are two schools of thought, right? Freeman, he just lurked in B pretty much the whole time, but I think once the team had rotated, it might have been worth him trying to make a play to potentially pull a player out of position, if not towards the B bomb site entirely.
Yeah, it's a harsh time, isn't it, for VG at the moment. They've got to try to find a way back in there. Their money's not going to be great. At least this round, you know, you can pretty much give Envious that 14, so... Oh, nice flash, but Attacker's ready for that one. I guess it's hard to perfectly flash that. And now Sixer really hit. There is some pressure on him to hit this shot. Oh, nice! That's an important one. That's going to equalize. Another fight taken by Summit around Arch side, as I believe Kyoshima wins, or a fight is... Oh, another all-frag actually from Sixer. My mistake. So now there is really not that much left here on the T side to try to win this round.
Yeah, and they may have to go for elimination, because the bomb is very deep in T apartments. In fact, it seems they just